family loyalty and bad blood of the Real Housewives of New Jersey has already made its TV's can't-miss reality. Take a look.
My husband's sisters, Caroline and Dina, have very strong opinions of people.
She's saying a lot of stuff that's not true about me. Danielle and I, we kind of had a misunderstanding. Maybe I told her I was going to kick her ass.
I'm not trying to be rude, but she did not invite you.
They might want to consider stepping back and allow family members to have relationships with other people outside of that family.
Woo! Please welcome Bravo's The Real Housewives of New Jersey, Caroline, Dina, and Jacqueline. Okay, let me see if I got the family relationship right. Carolyn and Dina, you guys are sisters. Jacqueline, you married into the family, the brother, so you're the sister-in-law. Now, I mean, you guys have it all. You got the money, you got the, you know, everything. Why did you decide to do this show?
Why not?
You know what's interesting is
No, really, you know what? I teach my children that life hands you situations. You take the situation, you learn from it. You take the good and the bad. Yeah. Ride the wave.
One thing I keep hearing too is that, you know, when you call it the real housewives, when you have things like the cars, the nannies, the cooks, the jewelry,
cooks, housekeeper. There are no nannies. There are no cooks.
Okay, so there is a misconception out there then that
we definitely are so far from that. We're like very old-fashioned.
I know. I barely get one in.
You'll see a little bit of my story where maybe, you know, I've become so busy with my career, I kind of tried a little bit, but it doesn't really sit well with me. We're just very old-fashioned.
There's something about the footage that we're watching that reminds me of The Sopranos. Is there some connection? I mean, do people make the connection?
Let me hug you, because I came on The View because you girls tell it like it is. Yeah. And I am thrilled to be able to tell it.
Tell it.
All right? Because we have been beaten up so badly in the press because of that. Yes. I am an American of Italian descent.
You're an American Italian.
I am an American Italian. Okay, my grandfather's name is on the wall in Ellis Island, and my dad is so proud of that.
And there's no mob connections.
There is no mob connections. It has been in the papers, and it is just horrific because you've got a family that worked so hard for so many years to achieve what we've done in our life.
Well, then why do people assume that, though? They assume if you're Italian and you have money,
you know
you're
what?
in the mob.
If you put me in Ohio, I'm the same person. You know, you're Italian. We grew up with the same values.
But the difference is now you're on TV.
Right.
And one of the things that comes with all the other crap that comes is you know.
We're a strong group of people, and we're a proud group of people. And you and I, you know, you well know what defines an Italian American. It's family. It's loyalty, it's strength.
Then 99% of Italian Americans are not criminals. No. But they are portrayed continuously as if we are.
Some people have said that the show...
We know what you're talking about.
I'm half Italian myself, so I'll say. Like, you know, you hear in the community that sometimes people have criticized the show thinking that it does perpetuate those stereotypes. Right. So how do you respond to that, too?
You know what?
Is that pressure? Do you keep that in mind when you're
I don't keep it in mind. We are who we are.
Yeah.
Okay, we're proud of who we are. And the stereotypes are there. And you know what? You want to have the stereotype? Enjoy the stereotype. The truth doesn't sell. Okay, sensationalism sells. We get it.
Well,
That's fine.
Well, speaking of that, because it's always showing you getting your hair done, you're waxing, you're spending money like it's water. How much time actually do you spend on all of that with the trying on and the jewelry and the hair?
Did you see me yet last night with my glasses on and no makeup with the apron? That's the reality of it.
I don't get that. So it's not so is it not a true reality show then?
It is reality, and the situations are real, and Jacqueline will tell you.
They're taping you for 3 months. How many times in that 3 months are you going to get your nails done or your hair, and then someone's recording that moment?
Right. So
that was part of a reality show.
All the hot moments.
There's great editing behind any reality show.
I always say reality. The View is the only real reality show. I don't even have that.
You know what?
Having been on 2 different ones, Into This and Survivor, there are very real aspects of both, and I think that there is powerful editing. Jacqueline, you're due when?
June 11th.
Are they gonna? Is this going to be part of everything? Are we going to see the birth of the child?
I don't think so.
You promise?
Okay. Yeah. I get turned into baby story or something.
I don't mind seeing y'all, but sometimes there's some, you know, distance I want to keep from you. I'm not gonna
Dina, I want to, you know, your daughter Lexi said, I'm going to read it. She said that she would hate it if you were a fat old mom. Now, are you a little, I mean, I would never say that to my mom. Are you kind of worried that they're a little too open and honest?
First of all, she's 12, and she totally meant like she couldn't seal my clothes if, you know, if I wasn't close to her size. So, but she's 12, and she's going to say things
out of the mouths of babes, right?
The thing that people don't get about my daughter is she has this, like, twisted sense of humor.
I saw that show, and I thought you and your daughter did very well together. It seems open and honest and fun.
Twisted is good.
Do you worry about having the kids exposed on the show at all?
Her daughter, she says a lot of things that probably
she's hilarious.
She makes good TV.
Do you have limits in terms of how much they can shoot the kids, or how do you protect them in terms of exposure?
I didn't want her on at all, but we spend so much time together. She's like 99% of my life, so how can I film a reality show, make it real without her being in it?
Right.
Okay, now, Carolyn, this is kind of funny. Now, your son, he's not going to go to college. Instead, he wants to open up a car wash. It's part car wash, part strip joint. Now, a lot of mothers wouldn't be happy about part car wash, part strip. That's kind of entrepreneurial, I gotta say.
Give the kid credit.
You know, are you all right with that,
though? 19.
You get your car washed and then you see some naked women. And, you know,
It isn't just women. It could be male strippers too. You know, it could be done both ways.
This is how I feel. I've got one son in law school. I've got a daughter in trade school, and I've got Christopher, who's in the school of life, let's say.
Yeah,
okay?
He must be an entrepreneur.
He's an entrepreneur. At 19 years old, he works 6 days a week, 16 hours a day. Show me another 19-year-old that has that work ethic.
That's
okay? Good. It is Christopher's life. I can only sit back and know the boy that I raised to the man. And I am proud of that boy. It's not illegal, and he's not hurting anyone.
No.
And if that's his choice, I can only sit back and say, please, God, you know, make a nice strip club for mommy. It's his life.
Right.
It's not my life
Those
to
cars
live.
be dirty. I beg of you.
And that's it. You know, I can't say to my children, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. You can only hope as a parent.
Right. What do you want from your daughter, Dina?
And in life,
Yeah,
I
what
just
would
want
you
to be
like?
happy.
What does she want to be when she grows up?
She said she wants to be famous. I'm not sure.
She wants to be famous. She's famous. She's on television.
But she's been saying that since she's little. So.
And yet you didn't want her on the show. Why?
Only because it was a show about us, and we signed on for it. And you know, I know there's editing involved and how that. And I would never want her to be, you know.
just don't let her work at your nephew's car strip joint. Keep it away. But Carolyn, Dina, and Jacqueline, thank you guys. It's so fun. Be sure to check out The Real Housewives of New Jersey every Tuesday night on Bravo. We'll be right back with two men on a mission to pull gay politicians out of the closet.